Hey, today on the bass channel, we're checking out the Badwater bass preamp from Walrus Audio. Okay, you just heard one quick dirty tone and one quick clean tone out of the Badwater preamp. So I'm going to tell you very quickly about what it is and what it does. This is the newest kind of compact all-in-one bass preamp, and it's from Walrus Audio. Walrus makes really high quality stuff. We enjoy their pedals. What makes this pedal special? It has a 4-band EQ with parametric low mids and high mids. It's got a DI, it's got an optical compressor built into it, and it's got an overdrive built into it. However, one thing that it doesn't have that you might notice is it doesn't have a cab simulation in it. So when we're showing the dirty tones in our sample clips, you might notice we've got the high frequency turned down a little bit. But when you put this on your pedal board, if you're running it into a cabinet, of course, then you're not going to have to worry about that. So when it comes to a pedal like this, some things are self-explanatory, right? It's got an optical compressor that's just a one-knob compressor marked sustain. You turn it up for more compression, you turn it down for a bit less. You've got your 4-band EQ, where the middle two bands are low mids and high mids. That's also fairly self-explanatory. What's interesting on this pedal that is a little bit different, or a lot different from most other pedals of this type, is the way they implement the drive circuit. So you've got 3 knobs, which are fairly typical. You've got your drive amount, that's like a gain knob. You've got your level amount, which is the volume of the overdrive itself. And you've got a blend knob, which is wet, dry. That's fairly usual. What is new, or at least unusual in this realm, is the fact that the overdrive circuit has a switch marked voice, which is a 3-position switch, which allows or denies different frequency bands into the drive circuit. So basically what you'll get is you'll get 3 different voices of overdrive based on the fact that different frequency bands are getting driven. The positions of the voice switch kind of tell you what's going on, but they don't let in on exactly which frequencies. But the top position of the switch, you flip the switch up, you get the higher band of frequencies goes through the distortion. The middle position of the switch allows more mid-range frequencies through into the distortion. And then the bottom position allows more lows into the distortion. So that is going to give you your basic sense of what those different voices of drive will sound like. But there's so many controls, there's so much interactivity among the controls that your mileage may vary. And we've tried to show you several different voices of the dirt flavors in this video alone. I do want to touch on something that might go against something I said before. I said a 4-band EQ with 2 mid bands is fairly self-explanatory, and conceptually it is. But when you get into which frequencies are impacted, this pedal is actually a little bit different than you might expect. The low mid frequency can be swept from 500 hertz to 2.4K. So that covers most of your mid-range, if not all of a typical mid-range knob. The high mid knob sweeps from 3.5K to 7K. So I would call that more of a presence knob. That range is more kind of the presence knob in something like a Sans amp. And then the treble knob is on top of that. And the low mids and high mids don't actually overlap at all. So if you wanted to do something specifically with, say, 3 kilohertz exactly, there's not a setting that'll do that explicitly. Now, obviously you've got, shelving and slopes and all that, so those frequencies will be affected when you turn the low and high mid knobs, but you can't effectively grab onto that one particular notch. Just something to think about. And again, the tones that I've heard out of this thing are fantastic as it is, but hey, there's different strokes for different folks. So just thought we'd let you know about that. All right, that's about going to wrap up our brief look at the Walrus Audio Badwater preamp. Again, my name's Dave. This is the Bass Channel. Click the like button and the subscribe button, and hey, if you want to become a member of the channel, you might get a couple of fun little perks if you do. I'll talk to you next time. See ya.